and welcome to episode 3 of the Norwich Save. I am Cultured Left Foot. It's a pleasure to have you with me. And, after beating Newcastle 3-2, which was a bit of a roller coaster of emotion of a game, we then went to Chelsea and lost 2-0. Pedro decided he was really good at finishing scrappy, close-range chances and put both of them away. We then went to Leicester and drew 4-4 in what was a mental game. So Vardy scored 2 in 2 minutes in the 22nd and 23rd. Pozzo then scored in the 32nd to go into half-time 2-1 down. We came out of the second half and made it 2-2. Then Vardy completed his hat-trick. Then Jack Byrne scored his first goal for the club in the 83rd. Then Jamal Lewis scored an own goal in the 87th. Then Dermot scored in the 89th. So it was very, very eventful, that game. Tim Krul, after... It's really funny because he's not actually... He's got 6.9, 6.9, 6.9, which isn't too bad. But he has conceded 8 goals in 3 games. So he's being dropped for the Carabao Cup today. We're playing Sheffield Wednesday, followed by the league game against Arsenal. So it will be an interesting couple of games this episode. So the Carabao Cup obviously is what I've put my sights on to go and try and win. So we are going to play a reasonable strong team. And then Arsenal, we're just going to sort of... I hope not to get absolutely smashed. The league table, we are back down to 10th, which is a bit more realistic. Man United in 11th. Southampton, Burnley, Everton, Brighton, Bournemouth all struggling at the moment with just 1 point. Well, Southampton got 2 points. Sheffield United 2 points. West Ham 2 points as well. And at the top, Man City followed by Watford. Not that there's any Sports Interactive bias or anything, but why the hell are Watford in second? Doesn't really make sense. But yeah, so it's an interesting start to the table. Man United down in 11th, so not doing very well at the moment. But if we look at their squad, I think it's just a lack of goals they've got. Yeah, so if you see, they've only scored 2 goals this season, one from Victor Lindelof and one from Andreas Pereira, as they're lining up in a 4-1-4-1 formation, which is... a bit strange. You'd think they'd be in a 4-3-3, but they have loaned out Smalling, Rojo, Nemanja Matic and Alexis Sanchez, and not really recruited anyone other than Delafeu. I think that's the only person they actually brought in. If we go to transfer history, that is what I want. Delafeu, yeah, 29.5 million from Watford, and they did end up selling Eric Bailly to Atletico Madrid for 17.25, and Real Hispalis, who is that Sociedad or Betis? I think it might be Real Betis. Got in on loan Matic and Rojo from them. So, very, very interesting. Joaquin is back there. Yeah, it definitely is Betis then. Yeah, so... But anyway, let's crack into the Carabao Cup game. We are at home to Sheffield Wednesday from the Championship. And let's get into this. How we're going to line up. Farman gets his first game in goal. And we will put you on Superkeeper on support. Aarons, Zimmerman, Hanley and Heiser at the back. Lundstrom comes in for his second start of the season. His first wasn't very successful. Stiepermann and Schreibel are going to play in the middle. Byrne at right wing after his goal against Leicester. Cantwell comes in for his first start of the season after his injury, and Dermot keeps his place up front after his goal. On the bench we have Bundia, Pukki, Roberts, Close, Jamal Lewis, Tim Krul and Moritz Leitner. So it's going well. Jose Pozzo voted into the team of the week, team of the month, last month, which is good. But let's get into it then. We're going to go in and hopefully have enough about us to beat Sheffield Wednesday, because they're in the division below us and we need to... Well, we need to progress because this is the competition I want to win. So yeah, Farman making his debut is the big bit of news. They're lining up in a 4-1-4-1. Pretty defensive, as you would expect, coming to a Premier League team's ground. And I'm going to assertively say I'm expecting the win. Not to put pressure on them, but I am expecting us to go and get a couple of goals and make this count. So let's get into the game. We will play. We will go back up to positive. And I'm just wondering if we try and really go for the overlap. I think we will. We've got the holding midfield in there. Let's really going to try and... Oh, this is still left over from the Leicester game. I think let's try and get the on the front foot. I was trying to say there. I lost my words. Heiss into Lundstrom. Back to Heiss. Heiss, beats his man, lovely, lays it back into Dermot. Don't know why he just didn't cross it. Heiss then puts the cross in, looking for Stiepermann, but it goes all the way through to Jack Byrne, but Palmer picks it up. Palmer now runs forward with it, and it's a good tackle from Byrne, but Forestieri lays it back to Reach. Adam Reach looks to take on Max Aarons at right back into Barry Bannon, once a Villa. Palupsi, which is an amazing name. Luongo into Bannon. Reach. Sheffield Wednesday working this well. If you think where this move started, we had a throw in deep in their half. Palmer picks it up. Palmer into Bannon. Bannon is there. Well, we're closing them down well. Palupsi's there. Into Luongo. Forestieri had a bit of space, but he couldn't put the ball through. Into Luongo again. Luongo out to Murphy. Murphy goes around the outside, down to the byline, shoots, and it's an own. Is that an own goal? No. Forestieri has managed to slide tackle because his instincts and reactions are that good. He's managed to slide tackle the ball into the net as soon as it's come off the post or Tim Krul. So we find ourselves 1-0 down, which isn't the best, and I forgot to change this all back from the Leicester game as well. So we've got 2 wing backs on attack now. But yeah, not the best game. Let's demand some more from them. Dermich brings it down, lays it back to Hesse. High Seas. I don't know how you pronounce that. Stiepermann comes in. We do have a lot of people making their first start of the season, so I'm expecting us to be a little bit slow, where we're not really up to match fitness and match sort of reactions. But out to Max Aarons with a bit of space. There is a nice ball down the line there, but it goes to Stiepermann. Up to Jack Byrne, who stops and turns well, into Aarons. He's got Dermich in the middle, weighs up the cross, no he doesn't, Lundstrom into Tribal. Tribal to Hesse. Hesse shoots from range, and he gets his first goal of the season and makes it 1-1. And what I am going to do, I'm wondering if that is stopping us put crosses into the box. So we're going to go for not workable in, let's try and get some crosses in. And I might just tell everyone not to shoot, because Aarons really should be whipping that ball in a 2-on-2 situation in the box. But also it is the beta version of the game, so it's not the final thing. I'm sure match engine and everything like that will be changes. I will say 3D wise, I haven't seen anything which is like utterly ridiculous in terms of animations. That slide tackle reaction from Forestieri was ridiculously quick, but at the end of the day, it's not too bad, to be honest. And there's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. So one of Pedro's goals in the Chelsea game, the highlight started and it just went goal for Chelsea. And then I had to watch the replay to actually figure out what had happened. So that was a little bit annoying, like that. So we just got a corner and then nothing. The highlight was obviously a good save, but it didn't give it enough time to do the build-up, which was a little bit annoying. But 1-1, we probably should be doing better than this. So we'll still go with the overlap. Let's really go at them, I think. In fact, be more expressive. Why not against Sheffield Wednesday? We are the more technically gifted, well, we should be the more technically gifted players. Yeah, you're right. That is disappointing. So let's get into the second half and see what we can do. Cantwell isn't having a very good game, so he might come off for Roberts or Buendia, whose name's actually Emil in the game. Zimmerman and Hangley not having the best of games. Farmer on a 6.6, not doing very well. Sheffield Wednesday, shots on target 0. They've scored. So, yeah, that's impressive. Let's take Cantwell off. We'll just pause it while we're making these changes. So, Cantwell can come off and be replaced by Roberts. We will bring off Zimmerman for closer as well. Back there, because I don't like people that are playing badly. Grant Hantley's the captain, so we'll keep him in as long as we can, really. It looks like we could be on our way to penalties, which is not ideally what I wanted, because penalties are a lottery, and I mean, again, we should have the better penalty takers. Oh, we don't have the better penalty takers. Right, we're going to Todd Cantwell can sod off, he's not on the pitch. Dermich can go second, Byrne first, we'll go Stiepermann for his composure, Tribal for his composure, Patrick Roberts because he's actually a striker, and then Philip Hayser as number 6. So here we go then, into penalties. Drama in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Barry Bannon is up. He's going to never trust a lefty. Oh, he stuck it bottom corner really nicely, to be fair to him. And next up is Jack Byrne, the signing from Shamrock Rovers, a cheap 250k signing. Steps up and he's hit the post. It was too good. If anything, the penalty was too good. He's hit the keeper, sent the keeper the wrong way, and not tucked it away, and he's gone for accuracy. Forestieri shoots, and it's a great save from Tim Krul, who is... Oh, no, it's Farman, sorry. Ralph Farman is in goal. Dermich steps up, our striker, our best penalty taker, number 2, steps up to hit the penalty and tucks it in the bottom corner. Lovely, lovely stuff. Now, Odebajo is up. And he's against Ralph Farman, who is there standing on his line. Odebajo shoots past the post. He misses the target. Dreadful from the right back. And now it's Stiepermann who steps up on his first start of the season, his first appearance for Norwich this season. Stiepermann tucks it in the bottom corner, left-footed, and it is 2-1 to Norwich. And Palmer has a little bit of pressure on him now. He's probably got to stick this in, otherwise Sheffield Wednesday are in trouble. Palmer's there down the middle. Farman dives out of the way. And it's 2-2, but we do have a penalty in hand. So, Tribal. He looks calm and collected, and he's hit it straight at the keeper, down the middle. Too calm and too collected. Pelupesi, it should be actually. Pelupesi lies up against Farman. Farman saves! He saved it. So the chance to win lies with, is it Hasey? His name was highlighted. Is it Hasey? I don't think it is. No, it's Patrick Roberts, yeah. I thought I put Hasey at 6th. Patrick Roberts has the chance to win the penalty shootout and put us through to the Carabao Cup. 3rd round, Patrick Roberts steps up, left-footed. Chance to make himself a hero. Sticks it in the bottom corner, and we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And that's what we want. I mean, not the most convincing. Yeah, that was disappointing. We got taken to penalties by a championship team. Are there any other dramas? Newcastle won 3-2 against Oldham. West Ham beat MK Dons. Fulham beat Brighton. Stoke lost to Blackpool. Aston Villa beat Southampton. And that's about it. Really, not too much else to discuss. But we do go through on penalties, which wasn't the greatest of achievements to play against Sheffield Wednesday. But next up is Arsenal in 4 days' time. We'll be going back to our more regular 11, which will probably, if we get a Premier League team in the next round, we'll probably have to play our strongest team to give us the best chance of going through. But here's the next day of the Carabao Cup. Is there any potential? QPR Watford is a potential for an upset. Burton Leicester, that's another potential there for an upset. And Huddersfield Everton, Crystal Palace Cardiff. Yeah, well, let's see what happens here. And so Crystal Palace beat Cardiff, Accrington beat Hull, but Leicester beat Burton, Everton beat Huddersfield, as you would expect. I did want to look at Bolton and look at their players, because have they just got all of their? I mean, Ben Alwick's old, but this is all. Is it like real life? Is this all the youngsters that they? Yeah, it looks like it, isn't it? Maybe that would be a good long-term save to do as well. Bolton, obviously Will Buckley's there, but yeah, Joe Junior Dodu. But yeah, okay, right, we'll be back for the game against Arsenal. See you then. No, we won't. We're back for the 3rd round draw of the Carabao Cup, and this is where all the big teams come into it. So let's see who we get. We get Burnley. Interesting. Sean Dyche's Burnley going to be going, long ball, you'd imagine, with Chris Woods and Ashley Barnes up front. Vidra on the bench. Dwight McNeil is unhappy. Worried new signing Younes will take his position. Well, if he does, I will definitely have. I'll definitely try and sign you in the January. That would be lovely. But yeah, there you go. So we've got Burnley in the Carabao Cup 3rd round, which would be lovely. Now we might as well stick with this because there's only 2 days to Arsenal. So I'm actually very much enjoying Football Manager 2020. Obviously, you always do with the new bounce. Yes, keep scouting Danny Elmo. He's incredible. So it is a very good game. I don't know if you've bought it yet. If you have, definitely go and look at Jack Byrne because he looks like he's an absolute bargain. And let me know. Are you enjoying it? Where do you think we're going to finish this season with Norwich in the league? Do you think we're going to win the Carabao Cup, or do you think we're going to fall short of my self-set objective of trying to win the Carabao Cup? Just let me know. Well, Tim Krul's going to come back in. Ralph Harmon didn't do brilliantly in that last game. Max Aarons could probably do the rest, but Sam Byram is still injured, so we'll start Max in here. Then we're going to go for, it will be Keller and Closer at the back. I think Tim Closer's, is it Tim Closer that I want to pick? I haven't done this yet. Let's go quick pick. Yeah, everyone's tired, I know. They stick Farman in goal, Aaron Closer, Jamal Lewis, Amadou, Leitner, Vranic, Buendia, Cantwell and Pozo. Oh, they put Pozo up front. Well, I don't agree with that. So we will clear all of that and get that sorted. It's a good way to understand what your assistant thinks of the squad. So we'll go Tim Krul in goal, Max Aarons at the back. We will stick with Keller and Closer as the ball player and the centre back. Jamal Lewis at left back can come in. Even though Heisa got the goal, Jamal Lewis can get his position back, I think. Then it will be Amadou, Vranic and Leitner in there. Attacking midfield right, we will go with Jack Byrne. I think has been pretty good, to be honest. I know he hit the post with his penalty, but not much you can do about that. We'll put Pozzo on the left, and we're going to start with Pukki back up front. Roberts on the bench, Buendo on the bench, Dermich on the bench. Samu gives good versatility as well. Lundstram, goalkeeper, and Grant Hanley as a centre back. So no fullbacks on the bench, so we'll be relying on Jamal Lewis and Max Aarons to get through the whole game. Let's go Aarons back to a wing back. Although we're playing Arsenal, aren't we? Let's go fullback on wing back on defend, wing back on defend, ball winning midfielder on defend. Vranic can come out and be a advanced playmaker on support. We'll go attack. That's fine. We will regroup and try and hit them on the counter. Don't work the ball into the box. We know Arsenal don't like it when you get in their face. We'll slow the pace down and go to the fullbacks. Although we're trying to counter. No, let's go. We'll go quick. We'll start quickly and see what we can do. We'll go standard, but we will get stuck in on them. And they've got good wingers. We'll start with standard, see how it goes, and we're going to start on. We're at home, so start balanced and go like that. I think that's what we'll do for this one. As you can see, I'm trying to get a bit more into it of not just sticking with the same tactic game after game after game. We're trying to go through it and understand how the match engine works with different tactics and, you know, tactical changes in game and stuff like that. You'll probably see me do a few more of them. I didn't against Sheffield Wednesday, but in the Premier League, especially with the folks in Invicta save, I think you'll see me tinkering a little bit more. Whereas my problem with FM19 was that once you got a tactic that worked, you just played it, and if you changed something in game, you generally conceded. And I'm hoping that's not the same thing with Football Manager 2020. So, but let's go and have a look. We're playing the 3 o'clock Saturday kickoff against Arsenal, and they started pretty well. They're up in 4th, so they're actually started very well. And let's get into it, hoping that Pukki has a party. Jamie Vardy had a party against us again when we played Leicester. So they're starting with Lacazette up top, Aubameyang and Pepe out wide, Ceballos, Torreira, Guendouzi, Luiz, Socrates, Chambers at right back, Kolasinac at left back, and Leno in goal. We know our thing. Krul is the captain for the day. We've got Aarons, Kehrer, Klose, Lewis, Amadou, Vranic, Leitner, Byrne, Pozzo, and Pukki, which is good. But I think I was calling him Bayern before, wouldn't it? It's definitely Byrne. It's just the Irish way of spelling Byrne. Team talk, cautiously. No, calmly. We've got nothing to lose. We've got nothing to lose against Arsenal. But we will again go for the passionate I have faith, because it just makes everybody happy. Just makes everybody happy. We'll get the assistant onto that again. Here we go then, as the teams come walking out in for the Premier League game against Arsenal. So we did beat Sheffield Wednesday just on penalties, and we've just got to hope that we can do this now. So we are playing a counter-attacking sort of style where we're going to try and hold our positions and regroup as Jack Byrne's robbed by Kolasinac, Ceballos, Torreira into Guendouzi, Lacazette, Pepe. There's the overlap from Chambers. Has that gone in? Are you joking me, Tim Krul? I've put so much faith in you, Tim Krul, and you've had an absolute shocker there. How has that gone in from Callum Chambers? Callum Chambers is a terrible, terrible footballer in terms of the Premier League, and I mean, it's not very good tracking from Pozzo. That's the first point. And Chambers just is near post. Absolutely shocking. Right, let's go back to positive then. Oh, man. Not the best of starts. We're apparently attacking everything down the middle, which is also interesting because I haven't told them to do that. But we have only had 1 shot and 44% possession. The big deal, I mean, that's the problem as well. I've got to remember that we're Norwich, and we're not meant to be impacting any of these big teams. There are games and I'm not looking forward to when we play Man City for a fact. They beat Brighton 5-0. So, so people aren't enjoying the game today. I'm going to mix things up. I'm going to say assertively, show me something else in the second half. We'll end that there, and then we're going to mix it up. We're going to go Vranic and Leitner are both playing shocking. So Leitner's going to come off. We're going to push Amadou up here, and you're going to be a central midfielder on to defend. This is what we did against Leicester, and it worked pretty well. Buendia's going to come on there. We'll keep Vranic, Amadou, and Buendia in there. Byrne, Pozzo, Lewis, and Aarons, and then we're going to push you guys. We need a bit more support here. We'll keep Pukki up front. I'm just wondering, what does he want to be? He wants to be a deep line forward on support, which is It doesn't really give us the attacking options. We could do an inside. Okay, let's go inside forward on attack then, and let's go deep line forward on support. So we're asking for these two guys to really push on. Does Buendia like to do anything on attack? A playmaker on attack? We could potentially go for that then. Let's try it. We've mixed it up a little bit. As I said, in-game tinkering is here and is happening. So we'll see. We could also take Pookie off, bring on Dermich up front as an advanced forward. Amadou's having a shocker in the middle on a 6.3. So I could bring Lundstram on as a box-to-box as well. As Torreira is over the free kick. Flings it in and Socrates heads it over the bar. Granit Xhaka has now come on. The much maligned Granit Xhaka, if you're an Arsenal fan. Yeah, so we'll do Lundstram on. We're going to go box-to-box. So it's a much more attacking formation. Pookie's going to come off and be replaced by Dermich. Dermich is going to go as an advanced forward, which means you can come back as an attacking midfielder on support. Like that. And let's see how we go. So here is Pozzo. Pozzo into Buendia, out to Amadou. Now here's the overlap, which we've got. He's not been tracked. Jamal Lewis, he's offside. For God's sake. Got so excited. And, well, we've done all of our subs. We're only 1 goal behind, so it's not too bad. 20 minutes to go. That's a terrible free kick. And, Dermich just couldn't get there on the header from Vranic. But we do leave ourselves open to this as Ceballos has run through. Ceballos shoots. It's past the post. And the rain is coming down. So we're going to go a bit more long ball with the guys that we have there. I'm actually tempted. Should we hit some early crosses as well? As we've got Dermich in there. They may not like the early crosses. Let's try it. Let's try it. As hopefully the subs will make an impact. As Chambers puts the ball in. Aubameyang with a header past the post. Again, living life on the edge. They have dominated the game. Second half has been much better. Maybe the 4-2-3-1 is a formation we should probably use at home. As they bring on Mesut Ozil, which isn't a bad sub to have to bring on. Let's give him one last shout of demand more. As we go into injury time, Ozil to Torreira. Kolasinac can run up there all he wants. He's leaving us a chance of a counter-attack as it goes back to Bernard Leno. David Luiz, who's got really short hair for some reason in this save. Lacazette brings it down well. Gets past his man, tries to feed it through. Jamal Lewis clears with his right foot up to Dermich. Here we go, here's the counter. That's a foul, but Pozzo's going to pick it up. Pozzo's in. Pozzo shoots. It's blocked by David Luiz. Pozzo does get it back, but we can't do anything with it. I think that was the chance. As Kolasinac, Lundstram clears. Torreira's in a race and does win it. And you would imagine that Arsenal will be able to keep the ball now and see this out as Chambers looks to flick it into the back post. Aubameyang's through and sticks it in at the near post again. And Tim Krul, you're done. You are done, Tim Krul. Farman's coming in for the next game, definitely. And it's 2-0 Arsenal. It was a decent goal. If only if Pozzo could have taken that chance. But there we go. A 2-0 loss. Unlucky. I mean, we're underdogs. I'm not going to be too harsh on them. It is Arsenal. But we're still mid-table 11th. We swap places with Man United, who have got to play still. But it's all pretty close at early doors. We've got some tough games coming up, I think, now. So we've got Sheffield United, then Tottenham and Burnley twice. So I don't really want to come back for Burnley. And Tottenham-Burnley is quite a bit too soon, isn't it? It's only 1 game away. Let's come back for Southampton and Liverpool. So a team that are struggling and a team that are obviously going to be doing very well. So we'll come back there and there, I think, as we progress through this one season save. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Any comments, any suggestions, any tactical tweaks you think I should make, let me know down below. But for now, thank you very, very much for watching. We'll be back for the next episode, hopefully tomorrow, Southampton v Liverpool. Catch you then, but for now, I'm out. Cheers.